And then he was like, did you do that because I bought you the bag? Yeah. That's the first red flag.
If I told niggas we was getting money and really thugging, that'd be an understatement. They won't believe shit I'm saying to them. It's crazy as hell. We been thugging in this bitch, it ain't no way around it. Bet the jacket I got on, it cost a couple thousand. Came a long way from the projects in the public houses.
Back with another one, man. Something new. Bringing y'all Prolifik Talks from the cave itself. The Prolifik Talks flow. I'm here with my boy. You know,
that's up, man.
I'm gonna let him introduce himself. You feel me? He a grown man. He gonna speak for himself. That's what we do on this show. We gonna speak for ourselves. You feel me? You know. And you see what we got on? We got on that designer. That designer. You feel me? Real street designer, man. So you know, I'll let him introduce himself and what he do. You feel me?
Alright, for sure. Hey, bless up, man. I always say bless up. You know, that's how I give thanks. And, you know, more light to everybody. But my name's Sheed. I go by Sheed. I'm from Tarboro, North Carolina, man. The 2-5 itself, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know about that 2-5, man. But I'm just here to kick game knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Bring more life to this podcast to my boy MK, man. Also the brand ambassador of Exotic Blacks and Forever Paid. That's back home in Tarboro, so.
And then make sure you also, you know, speak on J&B Candles, you feel me? My guy got the nicest dogs, you feel me? My guy got the nicest dogs,
you know what I'm saying? Micro Exotics, man. Go on Instagram at J&B Candles. Check out my kennel, man. I breed micro exotic, nice bloodlines and all that from Miyagi, Lotus, of paintball, and etc., man. So y'all interested in them micros and y'all know about that bully game, man. Tap in, y'all already know where to go.
We're gonna get straight into it. You know, first episode, we're gonna be talking about relationships and everything. So, you know, y'all comment. I know how this stir the pot a little bit, so it's gonna get some reaction. So y'all make sure y'all watch the whole video. You feel me? It ain't gonna be too long, but I want y'all to interact. Let me know what y'all
definitely gonna feel it.
Y'all gonna feel it. So it's like I said, it's about relationships, and we're gonna speak on the show forever. So if you ain't seen it yet, I mean, you might as well keep watching this video because it's going to be a lit video. But as far as like, hey, look, watch that show forever. You know, maybe it's going to get us some brand deals. Hey, you feel me? You know, and this video is sponsored by, you know, Loose Leafs. I'm just saying, you know, we practicing, you know, just in case, you feel me? Nah, on the real, this video is sponsored by Unique Treats. A lot of y'all be sometimes hating on your own people. We're going to say that for another episode, you feel me? There's more episodes on the way and interviews, so let me know ideas and topics you want to hear about and all of that. So like I said, we're going to get straight into it. Let's do it.
You have no idea who I am, do you?
A lot of y'all going to try to argue us down, but we ain't trying to hear you talking to two grown men who have emotional intelligence, and we not with the toxic stuff, you feel me? We get into our own hustle, our own bag, everything, you feel me?
That's really the main reason why we decided to come together and do this episode.
Most definitely, you feel me? You know, to just educate people, but in a fun way, you feel me?
No debate and no argument, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you want to debate, we can debate, but it's like, if you want to debate, you need to know your facts.
My mind and shit already made up anyway. That's why I said no argumental, because like, I ain't even really for what y'all already got. I agree with y'all input a little bit, but nah, I ain't really going back and forth. My mind already made up on how I feel about certain things.
Yeah, certain things. That's the key word, certain things. Shout out Netflix. Y'all been doing y'all thing lately and everything. But y'all logged me out my mama Netflix, you feel me? You know, we gonna throw that out there. So, but yeah, so it's on Netflix. Little short series. Starting off, you feel me, you know, the dude, Justin, you know, basketball player, you know, who really ain't got the spotlight on himself and everything. He meet this girl named Keisha at a party, everything. He see her, you know, eyes light up. You know how it is when you see a girl, you feel me, you know. Shout out to the guys and everything who, you know, who got their heart broke, hint, hint, everything, you feel me, you know. You meet a girl. Basically, long story short, we ain't gonna go too much details, like line by line, story plot by story plot. We're gonna give you like the summary and really just hit the key points. But basically, he met the girl Keisha. He grew up with her. They went to school together when they was kids and everything. So you know that kind of rekindled everything. You know, basically, long story short, he started feeling her. They want to go to the movies. You know, he want to pop out with her. You know, nowadays we know how it is when you pop out with a female. You feel me?
Getting the rundown.
Before you even get the rundown, you feel me? You know, and we understand too for y'all ladies when you messing with the guy that you feel me? You know, who then been around and you feel me? You know, it happens to both sides. We not biased. You feel me? We grown out here. You feel me? You know, but we really know who the real problem is. So you feel me? But back to the story. You feel me? You know, they go to the movies. His homeboy and other people seeing with Keisha, you feel me? You know, he thinking, oh, I got me a new little shawty. I'm about to just, hey, you feel me? You know, nice he happy, you know.
His leg got a little clean slate.
Most definitely. And then he even happier because he know his mama and them happy that he got a black woman. Because y'all swear we don't like black women. Y'all swear we don't like them. Y'all swear we don't like them. They swear we don't like black women. You swear we don't.
If it's foreign and born.
I mean, you feel me, you know.
That ain't the case all the time, though.
You know, I mean, black people are kind of foreign, you feel me, you know. You feel me? From the motherland, you feel me, you know.
Definitely.
So, but basically, so he seen with Keisha and everything, people just start laughing at him. And, like, he just kind of, like, trying to just put two and two together. He not, you know, you feel me, you know. His homeboy being kind of petty too. He talking about some have fun in the movies or whatever. You feel me? You know, throwing little subliminals. And you gotta watch out for people like that. I'm telling you, we're gonna talk about so much stuff. Too,
like I feel like Buddy should have got down shot my boys text like instantly. Like soon as you see some shit like that, you supposed to put the guy down. Like don't put him down on game. Like what's going on? Like
put him on.
Hey, look, boom, boom. Go ahead, enjoy your date. But I'ma holler at you about, you know what I'm saying, about shorty when you know what I'm saying. Like boom. He should have hit her with something like that instead of. But you know how niggas is, man. Everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't built the same. Everybody ain't come from that same, you know what I'm saying, background or cloth. So
it be some of the people that's around you.
Yeah, shit like that you learn from, you live and learn from as well, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I done went through shit like that too, man.
Most definitely. So, you know, basically they go in the movies and then, you know, by the time they finish the movie, but I'm missing the key major part, you know, basically, you know. Didn't they go shopping before they went to the movies? Yeah, they went shopping. So this how
They just went and got something to eat. I think the next day they went shopping because he bought her that bag, right?
That was before the movies because that's why she was about to go down on him. And then he was like, did you do that because I bought you the bag? Yeah. But that, you know, and see, that's how you know, and that's the problem nowadays. Like, you know, that do be the case with, and he had a valid question while he asked her. And that's the first red flag. She got mad at him. He asked a genuine question, and it's also because of something that she went through. She's taking her insecurities and problems from the past, and she putting it on him. That's where she messed up.
You can tell the type of men that a woman deal with, like. Based off how they talk, you know, they certain, you know what I'm saying, how they give it up sometimes, bro. Like you can tell like they trauma and they past by like how they introduce themselves to, bro.
Yeah, most definitely. You're not lying though. Talk, and so that's where her fault. That was her fault at the end of the day because she thinking he know about what happened to me before. And now he doing this and trying to be funny. So that was the first problem she stirred up and everything.
So you consider that a red flag?
Yeah, because it's like her past, she threw it on him. And he asking a valid question. He's communicating. And that's the problem with a lot of people nowadays. They don't communicate at the end of the day. So he's communicating. He's asking a question for verification. He asked, did you do that because I bought you the bag? And he wanted to know what she was doing in the moment, in the movie theater. Like was it genuine? Like, you feel me? We don't want no bop. You feel me?
Even though, bro, she probably not personally a bop, bro. It's just like she do certain shit that like give you that, you know what I'm saying? Like what honestly, she did, that's a bop. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like that's why I say we different men. Like we understand, we not biased. I'm gonna say what happened to her was she liked the dude who was trying to play it like he was feeling her, which is the previous dude, a little all-star supposed LeBron James dude. I don't know why they compared this man to LeBron James, but. You know, basically,
like the high school job.
She like the high school job.
Yeah, like a high school job.
She did something with him. He recorded it and wanted to be cool and get brownie points, and he exposed her. And that turned, you know, you feel me? And that's where the cycle starts.
It turned her out, man. It made her different. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not even saying she was like a hoe per se. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just more so like she was perceived as a hoe because of what bruh did. Like there's some childish stuff, you feel me? Because he wanted to get the, you know, cool points and everything. So then that rubbed off, you know, and affected her. And also she was hiding it from her mama. We know how that stuff go when y'all was young. You want to hide stuff from your parents, everything. But, you know, so many of that caused issues at the end of the day. What could have prevented all of this, like I said, communication is the key. But honestly, you gotta heal from your trauma and your past before you try to even tolerate, deal with anybody. You feel me?
Make sure of that though. Seriously though, like I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that's really important, brother. Make sure your trauma and your past is left in the past when dealing with a new person. Every new person that you meet, everything should be new. Everything should be new.
And transparent most of all.
Past where it's at.
You feel me? If you feel like anything is gonna fall back and be thrown in the person's face that you messing with new, you need to go ahead and communicate that so they can have their right in mind the decision of whether or not they want to be with you. Which is what he essentially didn't get because he didn't know about that until afterwards. And even then, he had the audacity to still pursue her. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying she a bad girl, but honestly, that's red flag number 2 for me. You're gonna have to throw it up.
With him doing that though, you can just tell, bro, how he was raised.
He's a genuine person. Yeah, he's a genuine person.
He came from a good background.
Yeah, and I'm not judging him. I'm not judging him. He's a strong guy for that. But at the same time, it's like us as men, we got to start realizing certain things like women that's just not worth the time or headache or the possible things that could be caused in the future or whatever. You feel me? You got to look at the little things. I'm the type of person, I'm the principle of things, and the little things add up to make big things. You feel me? It's a puzzle piece at the end of the day. You feel me? So those little things that he could have avoided at the end of the day, you seeing already things like she jumped to conclusions and gaslighting in the first one. Second one, she basically, hey, look, I'm just saying.
It could have been avoided, but then again, sometimes that stuff that could have been avoided, it's good that it happened if it's able to work out later on down the line, so you won't have to worry about it again. But all of that stuff could have been avoided just because communication is key, like I said, and if she would have never brought that into this new introduction with this man, everything probably could have been more smoother and stuff like that. You don't know what that could have done for him or for you in the long run. Like, that might be your last, you know what I'm saying, run in with a good guy.
Most definitely, because you honestly, love make people do some wild things. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. So, but back to it, basically, he found that out, still pursued her. Shout out to him for being a genuine guy. He's seen the good in her. I'm not saying she a bad girl. Like, I'm not saying she a bad girl. She just had bad habits and bad things that she needs to change. You feel me? Before you try to put that on people, and that's why I say it's a cycle. Like, both sides be breaking both sides' heart, and sometimes it makes them, put it on somebody else. You feel me? But basically, he pursued her, and she just shut him down. Like, she stopped talking to him. He did so much and kept pursuing her. When really couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. Drewski. Couldn't have been me.
I feel like, bro, if you know your worth, you won't even go through all that.
Promise you,
but he ain't really been in no relationship since
Promise you, So
that's another thing, you gotta know your worth at the end of the day, man. Somebody might be for you, but if it ain't worth it at that time, just, you know what I'm saying, you gotta walk away. It might be worth it later on down the line, but with you knowing your worth only make you better and stronger in the inside, so.
Yeah, because a lot of people, it be just look, they be looking for love, and that's the thing. Like, when they be looking for love, you feel, because if you don't love yourself, you'll never be able to fully understand certain things you shouldn't be taking from a person. You feel me? Just because you think they love you per se. You feel me? But back to it, he just kept chasing her until she finally gave in and wanted to talk to him again. And I forgot what she did exactly after that, but basically, trying to think. She did a lot of stuff.
She basically fought for it. I ain't gonna lie, she did good with fighting for what she really wanted.
Yeah, she did.
You gotta give her that. Like, that's probably another reason that made everything work out in the long run too. Because she fought. You gotta be able to fight on both sides. He wasn't the only one that just fought. You know
most definitely.
Basically, she knew that her situation was a mess that she was creating, but she wasn't giving up because she knew that there was a way that she can clean it once it's all said and done. But like I said, she kept fighting for it. She kept fighting, and he was biting the bait. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he got the yams yet.
No, not that point, because at that point, no, he didn't. But basically, it was more stuff that kept happening though. Like, she did something else. And they fell out like 3 times.
They ended up meeting at the little baseball game, bro. dude end up pulling up to
Yeah,
find her. Like,
her
I've been
ex.
texting you, I've been
Well,
calling you,
the
you know what I'm
ex,
saying?
yeah.
Basically like, what's up, man? I've been trying to get in touch with you and whatnot.
Yeah, and they
he
fell
ran
out over that.
Yeah, look, he tried to kiss her, but my boy Justin thought he did kiss her. He was like, man, what the hell? Like, hell no. I ain't gonna lie, he did fall back though. He was like, man, hell no, he ain't about to keep doing me
Most
like
definitely.
that.
And that's like strike, I don't know, red flag at 10 at this point. That's that stuff you need to avoid, bro. Like on either side. Women, if y'all seeing a guy do that, then avoid it. Guys, you see a woman doing that, avoid it, bro, because those be telltale signs of everything. So you feel me? You know, basically he fell back from her. She kept pursuing him, and then I still got one more episode to watch. He finished it already, but you feel me? You know, she pursued him. She seen he finally turned up in a basketball game. You feel me? You know, he finally wanted to be a man, and you feel me? You know, he wanted to, you know, especially if it was against old dudes. So he wanted to, you know, let people know, like, earn his respect. You know, he going through it. And that's one thing I salute guys to, because they feel like us as black men, we don't never, you feel me? We don't have nobody really at the end of the day to really express our emotions to. Yeah, we got our moms and stuff at the end of the day, but it's just like we think about it as our moms, so sometimes we feel like we can't even be as vulnerable with them. So you feel me, you know, a lot of times it's thrown in our face when we try to be vulnerable. So this man really going through it. And it's a lot of people that be killing themselves over stuff like that. So y'all need to stop playing with people's emotions. So basically, you know, bro turned up in the basketball game. Now she wanna all of a sudden, you know, she want a good game and follow him on a block, like walking for a long period of time, and yeah, he got lost, and she helped him. You know, somebody gonna comment.
He was like, man, hell no, you realize just came to see him for real, but you ain't think I was gonna show out.
And
like,
so
that's how he really felt. So
and he made a valid point. And then she had the audacity talking about, you played a good game tonight, and he finally wanted to let in. And then they start kissing. I'm like, man, that's what be wrong with y'all, man. Some of y'all be letting these women get away with stuff when they be trying to put it on you. You feel me? You be letting your horniness get to you. You feel me? You know, and that's what be messing y'all up. Y'all need to stop tolerating that mess. You feel me? You know, it's better women out here who won't put you through all of that. I would have never forgave her, and I would have been like, girl, get up off me. I don't want nothing that you got from me. You feel me? You know, I wouldn't have.
I don't know. I can't say that though, like, cause it was still some good in her. Like,
it was good in her, but I wouldn't have forgave her. I wouldn't continue anything with her.
She had potential.
I wouldn't have kept talking to her. She has potential, but she need to go potentially be with somebody else.
I would have kept talking to her, but I would have had a certain type of guard up, like that, to where she wouldn't have had me like. I'm Mr.
One and done. I'm Mr. One and done.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, I can still see, like, I can see the trauma, I can see the bullshit, and I can see you. So I would have saw her still, but I would have saw what she was doing. So I would have had a certain guard, or I would have dealt with her on a certain level than him. But I wouldn't have just flatline cut her off completely. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got good in her. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got good in them. Like, shit. That's why I say, leave your trauma in your past where it's at, because when you step into a new relationship or you start dating a new person, they gonna bring something new out of you every time. You gonna be a better person. You gonna do something that you never done before. You gonna go places you never went before. So that's why I say leave that shit alone and just, you know what I'm saying, work on growing and learn how to grow and meet, you know what I'm saying, interact with that new person, not what your expectations on that person should be. That's another thing too, bro, having high expectations. Don't expect everything. Don't expect all things on a certain person. You know what I'm saying? Just let it flow naturally. And if it don't meet your standards, then you walk away.
Oh no, I know my standards. I got it in my notes.
Most definitely,
type of woman that I want.
That's all it is, bro. I feel like all this shit really could be easy, bro.
You feel me?
Everything could be easy if communication plays a huge part in it, and true genuine is just standing on what you say and believing in what you stand on.
He didn't hold her accountable. Like, at all.
Two.
Yeah, you know, it's strike 2 to him. That about strike 20 to me. And I don't even give you more than strike 1. I'm Mr. One and done, like I said.
Flag. That's like the second flag.
That's about 100
he turned that bitch yellow.
Like, they painted the city, you feel me, you know. So basically, you know, she finally get her good sakes back and everything, you know, so they start really vibing again and everything. And like I said, I know they could be really good with each other. She just wasn't healed, you feel me, you know? And she really was just tweaking. I ain't gonna lie to you, but that boy, he was looking for love, you feel me, you know? You feel me? He was too in love, and you feel me? You didn't even get the yams yet. And you know, everybody got their own standard, their own type, like you feel me,
Yeah,
you know?
that shit was cool though.
I ain't gonna lie, to be mine, you gotta be fine and like a great person. I ain't gonna lie, like
damn, bro.
for sure.
He let my boy
Took her to prom, man. So we get about to say, bro, like what?
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one right there. I would have been like,
yeah, like
oh, it's over.
Like,
ain't no more trying.
It's really almost the end of the series too.
Yeah.
Like really, like I said, I didn't finish the last episode. He finished it. I got one more to watch, but. Basically, the story behind that, as I said, they started vibing. She coming over to her parents'
when they got
house.
back good.
But also, this is why I say, like, it'd be a lot of things she be doing, and it'd be causing problems that she could avoid. Like, with the whole situation of she lied about where she stayed. She had to get him to walk her to somebody else's random house. Like, I would have been like, bruh, honestly.
And he was getting fed up with it. He kept telling her, like, look, you need to go ahead and tell your mom, like, what's going on, man, so we can get this. She probably could help you. Like, he was getting tired of it because he knew at the end of the day, all they had to do was you tell your mom dudes, and I let my mom dudes know, you know what I'm saying? We can work this shit out, clear the air, or what's really real.
Accountability, and that'd be the problem with a lot of y'all.
You know what I'm saying? What could happen?
Yeah. My mama probably would have cried and hugged her and be like, it's not your fault.
She was making it bad upon herself and her relationship, man. It was affecting other people, bro. Doing stuff like that, you gotta be mindful. That's when you in a relationship anyway, maturity is key. Cause if you a mature person, worried about other people and not yourself, that's the main thing. You can't be selfish in a relationship at all. Because what you do don't actually affect your partner, but it affects the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the environment, the atmosphere, universe, all of that, bro. So you can't be selfish with this shit. You gotta make sure everything makes sense. So.
Speaking of environment and everything, your family, basically, you know. With that being said, he had, and then also the mom was wanting Keisha's mom's number so she can contact Keisha's mom, Keisha BSing again. So basically, long story short, Keisha's mom ended up getting her the dress for the prom, knowing they tight on money and everything. You feel me? You know. And this a telltale sign. They be throwing stuff out there, and y'all not accountable. And it's really showing like how a lot of y'all think. Her family and the sisters and them wanted her to be with bruh so bad because he was gonna be the next LeBron James. Like y'all forcing y'all peoples on people because of y'all want to be set for life. There's nothing wrong with being. There's nothing wrong with being wanting to be set for life.
What they call that shit? Survival mode.
Yeah.
People be in survival mode and doing stuff just because of their situations, bro. At the time, that's so flawed. And that shit can take you down a path you wish you never went down, bro. Just because you been in survival mode or you vulnerable at the time or you got leeching family members or you got people who just, you know what I'm saying, they just tired of being weak, man. You got to be grounded. You got to stand on what you believe in, stand on what you really want. You can't be in survival mode all the time. Because being in that mode, that shit, like I just said, man, that shit is not, it ain't healthy at all.
Yeah. And honestly,
her sisters never was in survival mode. Her environment, like you said, like they used to, you know what I'm saying?
They
like,
putting that on her, and then that's the thing. Y'all need to start thinking for yourselves.
Like that hood rat mentality, bro.
You know,
Y'all don't do that, man. Y'all weren't brought up like that.
Exactly, man. Well, they probably was. Some was brought up like that, but that's why they do it.
Bro, it ain't even gonna make y'all look good. Like, motherfuckers can real life read through that shit. Like, y'all look like clowns at the end of the day. Like,
and then the ones y'all be thinking gonna spend all that money on y'all to be doing y'all wrong and everything, they don't care.
That's why all these badass girls, these good girls be getting, they like niggas with the money and niggas with all that.
Niggas who flex money.
Yeah, and whole time they like getting trash like that because they like what comes with it.
But they be wishing like they'll lock them down and stuff, but no, them niggas don't have about 10 other ones.
They don't get stuck on and shit.
Yeah.
They don't like the good guys.
Yeah. And that's what Justin was. He was a good guy.
And only because they in survival mode, bro. Like,
but,
that shit is
you know, he won't feel in the whole prom situation, though. He won't really feel in the whole prom situation. That really broke his heart and everything. His mom know that broke his heart. Yeah. Like he blocked her. He told her he had to block her. He had to block her, and I'm proud of him for that.
He want too many excuses. He can like that right there did it. Like
it's like what? How that sound? I just can't do it because I don't want to make my mom mad. She's about the prom dress.
That was a big bang in the movie. Yeah, that was a real big bang in the movie, bro.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't finish the last episode, so I don't really know what happened. He know what happened. So I mean, if he want to speak on that, he can speak on that. I feel me.
Alright, so did you catch when they went on a family vacation?
And then the mama ran into her
Yeah.
And she was just
So we
like,
can get that.
yeah. And see, that's the thing. Y'all be sitting there, keep trying and doing stuff, playing
She
people's
knew
emotions.
she fucked up, but
at
she
that
still
point.
ain't let it go. Like, she knew she fucked up. Like, damn, like, this might be it. Like, but she knew deep down that was the best dude that she gonna ever meet. Like, she was in love too. Like, they both was in love. Like, she had genuine love for him. But she knew, like, deep down, like, man, I gotta get this guy back. I ain't gonna be right if I don't. And I gotta go and fix it. Yeah. So,
and that's why I'm just like.
Justin was already fed up. Like, you know, she really, like, put a torch in my boy back. You know what I'm saying? With that. Like, I don't even think he was really looking for love again. You know what I'm saying? The cousin, the step cousin, the cousin by marriage, little chick.
I didn't get to see. That's the part I didn't get to see yet. See,
okay,
you know?
Well, yeah, it was shit. It was a little shit out there he could have pursued and shit, but he wanted. He really like. She did it for him, bro. Like, that's why I say, man, you don't know what traumas what pain you might put on a person that scar a person for the rest of their life. But that's why I say, love. Don't play with people's heart. Don't play with love. And then that shit gonna come back and bite you anyway.
Promise you gonna get your karma for playing with
get
people.
it back.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, bro. But
karma real.
Yeah.
Especially about some love.
Yeah, she went and ran my boy down, man.
Yeah.
He went for it again.
He fell for her again?
He fell for it again, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, look. He won't, it was really pop though, it really is pop though, cause like, it's one dudes, bro.
The pop man,
Yeah, it was pop, bro, cause look, cause they what I'm saying, bro, know how it is, bro, know how this love shit go. You know, he was married to his little wife probably about 30 years.
So the mama must have did something like that back then, he forgave her, cause if he tell him
I can't say that, I don't know, but all I do know is now, the word came out that one dude ran into her, the brother kept the secret from him. Mama dudes told the dad ended up telling what Justin asked, like, look, man, such and such a scene, she down here on the trip and all that. Like, and he like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? He won't really like on no shit like, I gotta go see her, but Pop was just like, basically like, told him like, look, forgive people and all that, people gonna make mistakes and all that, go with your heart. You know what I'm saying? Basically told him go with his heart.
I'm like, so, she went with her heart to the prom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he told the more dudes to forgive her and all that too, long story short. So they ended up rekindling, bro, and it came back together. But then right when they got back together on the trip and shit, more dudes I didn't know about the little sex tape. More dudes ended up meeting their teacher. And she was like, I'm so glad to see that Keisha is. She was like, what happened to Keisha? She was like, well, there was a sex tape that leaked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a wrap that point. Mondoose had to forgive me that, Mondoose. Oh, she gotta go. Mondoose
she was she already won't feeling that, you know what I'm saying? All of that she was doing all that weight that she was putting on her son, it was hurt. Like, she was just like, a mother ain't gonna love that, bro.
I promise you, man. And that just goes to show, man, communication, accountability,
hell yeah,
and so much more goes into relationships. It don't only be the guys. We both need each other. At the end of the day, we not saying men don't need women, women don't need men. We saying we both need each other. Just hold each other accountable. And if you're not healed, don't be sitting there wasting your time or dealing with people like, man, y'all gotta get to it. Because at the end of the day,
I want all this fixed, not just for me. But for my brothers, man, I want to see my brother in a wedding, bro. I want to have a tuck on. I want to see my sisters, you know what I'm saying? I want to see my sisters married and happy. I want to go to family reunions and shit. Like,
and I'm gonna be on the
you know what I'm saying? Cookouts and all that, man. Like, I want to be a part of that, not just for me, but for them too, because that's what it's all about, bro. That's what we on this earth to do, to feed each other.
We gotta continue the legacy of what we grew up experiencing, because we always reminiscing, man. I remember when we did this.
Like, this old school love can still be, you know what I'm saying, still realistic.
Y'all just gotta start liking people for a real genuine reason, and not just because, oh, he gonna make my life easier and be able to pay for all my
survival mode, financially or fame, or you know what I'm saying, a certain type of status, or to get to a certain place. Like, that's being manipulative, and that's using a person, and that's like, no, bro.
Honestly, I'm
looking at a person, and you looking at a relationship for a certain situation or a certain position or a certain ladder to reach. That's evil. That's wicked, man.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 out with you.
No, I can't.
When you work together as a team, it makes everything easier. Stop looking for just what can a person do for you, and not what you can do for a person too. You need to find a person you see and be like, I could build an empire with this person who's gonna bring you peace at the end of the day.
And another thing too, I should have said in the very beginning of this podcast, put God first. Let God build a relationship.
The foundation.
Put God first in a relationship, and everything else will flourish.
Yeah.
Because if it's from God, it won't be forced, or it won't be unpeaceful. If it ain't of peace, it ain't of God. That's another thing too. Like forcing stuff, it's okay to work things out and fight for each other, but don't force it. You will know the difference. It's a big difference between the two. You will know if it's from God or if it's just something that you just, you know what I'm saying, you keep trying to fix it and work it out and not working out. It's not from God. It's not meant to be. What's meant to be will happen, and it will be peaceful, and you can sleep at night, you can eat, you can grow. Your family, it brings so much joy. You would know if it's right. You would know if it feel right, man.
Most definitely.
So that's another key too, man. Just make sure God is in that relationship and God is with you. Y'all praying, y'all on the same thing and equally yoked.
Equally yoked.
Yeah.
I heard
that. I like this podcast, man. I look forward to doing this, you know what I'm saying, more and more. I like this, man. I feel like we touching a lot of points.
Most definitely, man. So y'all tap in, man.
I feel like it's going to do a lot for the people, man. Y'all tune in, y'all stay up to date.
Stop hating on your people, you feel me? Support them. You know, you see them doing good, share it. That's how y'all keep the black wealth going. You keep everything, you feel me? Everybody can shine in this world, you feel me? You know, so at the end of the day, watch the podcast. You don't, it's still going to take off regardless. No lagging.
That's it. Respect.